Hello students, welcome to my channel Let's Fly High. Today we are doing the practice questions of NSO Class 7, Chapter 1, Nutrition and Plants. So let's start with the question number 1, which says select the incorrect matches. There are options, 5 points given, that is gastric juice is to pepsin, pancreatic juice is to erepsin, bile is to pancreas, hydrochloric acid is to stomach, mucus is to esophagus, and saliva is to amylase. So we have 4 options in it. So the correct option in it is the option C, which says that, sorry, let me take the okay. So the correct option is option C. Why? Because erepsin is an enzyme found in the intestinal juice, and the bile is secreted from the liver, and some cells of the lining of the stomach release mucus to protect the lining of a stomach from the action of HCl. So let's move to the second question. What is the second question? It says that we have to match 2 columns, and we have to uh, find the correct option from the given codes. From the like it says algae, cascuta, myrohiza, myco, mycorrhiza, and pseudomonas. And in column 2 we have parasitic, symbiotic, saprophytic, and autotrophic. There are 4 options on it. So after going through these options, we can find that the option C is the correct answer. Why it is so? Because it says that algae will be with the two. Algae is an autotrophic, Cascuta is parasitic, uh, y- and mycorrhiza mycorrhiza is a symbiotic, and Pseudomonas is saprophytic. Now let's move to the third question, which is the steps of the digestive processes are listed below in a random order. What are these options? Food is partially digested and bacteria present in the food are killed. Digestion is completed and the nutrients are absorbed. Food is moistened and breakdown of starch begins. Water and some salts from undigested food are absorbed. Now we have to select the option from this and make the correct order of these events as the food passes through the human digestive tracts. So after going through all these options, we find that option B is the correct answer, which says that the food is moistened and breakdown of a starch begins. Then food is partially digested and the bacteria present in the food are killed. Then the digestion is completed and the nutrients are absorbed. And after that, the water and some salts from the undigested food are absorbed. Now let's move to the fourth question. It's a Venn diagram which says that Z is the plants that can prepare their food by photosynthesis, and X is the common part in it, and the next part and the other part is that the plants that obtain their nitrogen nutrition by the catching and digesting insects. So from this we have to select the correct option regarding the plants Z and X. The options are plant X would be a Venus flytrap, or plant X could be categorized as total stem parasite, or plant Z could be a rose plant or sundew plant, or plant X could be Rafflesia. So we can say that after if we see this Venn diagram, we see that X can prepare its own food by photosynthesis and also obtain nitrogen nutrition by catching and digesting insects. So the Venus flytrap is an autotrophic plant that can prepare its food by photosynthesis but needs to fulfill its nitrogen requirement by catching the insects. So the option will be Venus flytrap plants. Now, the next question is read the following statements and select the option which correctly identifies either it is true, which is true or false. The process of photosynthesis results in an increase in the concentration of CO2 in the atmosphere, or mistletoe is a total parasitic plant, or potassium hydroxide is used in the experiment that shows CO2 is necessary for photosynthesis, or insectivorous plants exhibit both autotrophic and heterotrophic modes of nutrition. So we have four options in it, and after going through it, we find that the option D is the correct option. Why it is so? See, the point 1 and 2 are the false. In the process of photosynthesis, plants absorb CO2 and releases the O2. And the second option is also wrong. The second point is also wrong, is also false, because mist, mistletoe is a partial parasitic plant. Rest are true. Now, we move to the sixth question. Consider the following statements. Small intestine is the longest part of alimentary canal. Small intestine secretes HCl that kills harmful bacteria plant in the food. Absorption of water and some salts takes place in large intestine. Pancreas is the largest gland in the body. We have to find the incorrect statements from this, and we find that the option that this is the correct answer. It says that because the inner lining of the stomach secretes HCl that kills harmful bacteria present in the food, and also the liver is the largest gland in the body. Now, what the seventh question says. Read the given statement and select the correct option. Statement 1 and statement 2. Statement 1 says ruminants are able to digest cellulose. Statement 2 says ruminants contain bacteria and other microbes which help in the digestion of cellulose. So, we have to now from these options we have to see which is the correct one. So after going through these statements, we find that the option A is correct, which says that the both statements 1 and 2 are true, and the statement 2 is the correct explanation of the statement 1. Now the eighth question. On the basis of the mode of feeding patterns, Rekha made four groups of three organisms each. She classified organisms incorrectly in one of the groups. We have to identify the incorrect group and select the correct option. So here are the four groups. What are they? A, bee, butterfly, hummingbird. Second option is mosquito, leech, lice. Third is rabbit, squirrel, snake, and D is none of these above. So we can easily see that option C is the correct answer. Why it is so? It's because the rabbits and the squirrels obtain their food by gnawing, while the snake obtain its food by swallowing. So the ninth question is which enzymes are likely to act on the baked fish eaten by a man, starting from the mouth as it moves down the alimentary canal. We find that going through this option B is the correct option. Why? Because the baked fish consists of proteins. The stomach releases pepsin, which breaks down into the smaller fragments called peptones, and pancreatic juice contains trypsin, which breaks down the proteins. And further eruption, which is present in the intestinal juice, break down pep- peptides into amino acids. So B will be the correct option. Now the 10th question says that select the option with the correct sequence of words to fill in the blanks in the given sentences. The option A is in Nepenthes dash is modified to form pitcher. B dash is a leafless and rootless parasitic plant that derives nutrition from a living host plant. C the finger-like projection in the small intestines are called dash. And D is amoeba uses dash to take in the food. So the correct option is D. Why? Because in Nepenthes leaf is modified to form a pitcher, and Kescuta is a leafless and rootless parasitic plant that derives nutrition from a living host plant. C the finger-like projection in the small intestines are called villi, and we know that amoeba uses pseudopodia to take in the food. The 11th question says that we have to go through this diagram and see that which of these is highly developed in carnivorous. So if we see these figures, we find that A, that is this P, is highly developed in carnivores because this is the canines and they tear off the flesh very easily. The 12th question says study the flowchart given below. What is this flowchart? It says pancreas produces W, then it acts on the food stuff, that is X, and the X gets divided into two parts, digested by the enzyme Y and Z. So we have to find the correct option of for W, X, Y and Z. So the correct option is B. That is pancreas produces lipase, then it acts on the food stuff, that is fats, and they get digested by the enzymes called fatty acids and glycerol. Now the 13th question is study the given relationship. Frog is to sticky tongue, that is paramecium is to cilia. Select the option that satisfies the same relationship. If we go through these options, we find that the C is the same as the above relationship. That is, rat is to incisor and butterfly is to probos proboscis. Why? Because the frog captures its prey by using its sticky tongue. Similarly, paramecium also catch its food by cilia. And the rat uses its incisors for gnawing its food, and butterfly sucks the nectar by using its proboscis. 14th question says which of the following statements is incorrect regarding the digestion in ruminants. The statements are MSM is the second chamber of the stomach of ruminants. The partially digested food returns to the buccal cavity to the chewed again, to be chewed again. C is the digestion is completed in the abomesum and all of these. So we can easily say that option A is the correct option. Why? Because MSM is the second chamber of the stomach of the ruminant. We all know that. Now the 15th question is the last question of this video, which says that we have to match the two columns. The column 1 has maltase, trypsin, pepsin, salivary amylase, and column 2 has pancreas, salivary gland, stomach, small intestine. We have to match these coded, and after going through this, we find that option B is the correct one, which says that maltase is to small intestine, trypsin is to stomach, trypsin is to pancreas, and pepsin is to stomach, and salivary amylase is to salivary glands. So that's it for this video, the second part, the remaining achiever section and few more hot questions I will be discussing in my next video. Hope you like this video a lot. If you like it, please subscribe and like my videos. I will be discussing more and more the practice questions for NSO Class 7, and it will include in upcoming videos all the chapters. Before your NSO exams arrives, I will be giving you lots and lots of practice questions. Till then, keep practicing. Thank you.